This was a really big biggie. Nathan Barrett knew absolutely nothing about her plans. Good grief. Fumbling in her purse, Emma tugged out her roll of antacids and tossed a couple into her mouth. The familiar chalky taste brought her a tiny degree of comfort. "You can do this," she muttered, willing the butterflies— no, make that condors— thrashing around in her stomach to chill. "You can handle this." Even though she only half believed herself, she climbed out of her car. Leigh was already on the basketball court, talking with her brother. "Darn her," Emma muttered, slamming her car door. She should have known better than to trust her summer plans to Leigh Barrett. Leigh was funny and full of life, and great to be around, but she was also kooky and crazy, and often unreliable. The last character trait was the one Emma should have focused on when Leigh had brought up this idea about coming to Honey. She should have checked and double-checked these plans, like a bride planning a flawless wedding. But she hadn't questioned a thing. "You coward," she muttered to herself as she reached the outer corner of the sports court. She hadn't questioned Leigh simply because her friend had promised the solution to all her problems. Leigh had assured Emma that her brother needed a technical writer for the summer, and that the pay would be great. And when Emma had mentioned she'd need a place to stay, Leigh had had the answer to that one, too. Nathan had a nice apartment over his 3-car garage. What could be better? She'd be able to work on her dissertation in the evenings after she came home from Barrett Software. And she'd pick up some nice change to pay the never-ending college bills. What a dummy. She might as well tattoo the word SAP on her forehead. Just because she'd wanted this job to work out wasn't an excuse not to check her facts before leaving Austin and driving to Honey with Leigh. Her super-organized father would be appalled that she hadn't verified the plans. At the moment, jobless and homeless, she was pretty appalled, too. As she approached Leigh and her brother, she heard Leigh hastily explaining the situation while Nathan frowned. The man wasn't pleased. That much was obvious. He glanced in Emma's direction, then walked over and grabbed a t-shirt off a bench and pulled it on. "It's no big deal," Leigh was saying as Emma drew even with them. "It's a very big deal," Nathan shot back. He turned and looked at Emma. "Hello." Wow. Nathan was even better looking close up. Every female hormone in Emma's body sat up and took notice, and for the briefest of moments, Emma forgot her jobless/homeless problem and simply enjoyed looking at him. "Nathan, this is my friend, Emma Montgomery," Leigh said. "Emma, this is Nathan, who will help me out, or I'll tell all of his secrets." Nathan glanced at his sister. "What secrets? I don't have any secrets." Leigh snorted, an unladylike sound that oddly fit her personality. "Oh, please, sell it to someone who's never met you. I know all the good things. Like that you cried for an hour the first time a girl kissed you." Nathan frowned. "I was 6. "Or the time when you had a crush on Lindsay Franklin, so you kept calling her up, but when she'd answer, you'd hang up." "I was 11. Leigh put her hands on her hips and said, "Best of all, how about the time in high school when Mary Lou Delacourte's parents thought she was at a slumber party, when actually she was with you, and you two were—" "Stop." Nathan tipped his head and looked at Emma, humor gleaming in his amazing blue eyes. Despite being annoyed at his sister, there was a healthy dose of brotherly love obvious in his treatment of Leigh. He might not be happy with what she'd done, but he was being an exceptionally good sport about it. "Do you have any objections to being a material witness to a crime?" Emma laughed. "Under the circumstances, I completely understand." "Ha ha, like you'd ever do anything to me." Leigh leaned up and gave her brother a loud, smacking kiss on his cheek. "Geez, you're sweaty." "I was shooting hoops and not expecting company," he said. His gaze returned to Emma. "Sorry." "I'm the one who's sorry. I had no idea this wasn't arranged." She frowned at Leigh.